Doubles and coffee. Alex Mute attacked Doubles. Doubles is Trinidad and Tobago. That's the essence of the people. Trinidad and Tobago has reached a level of awareness and political maturity. Some people might think it's a small issue. But to unite and put pressure on an oppressive regime, a powerful regime that has controlled through marketing, controlled and gotten into the tapestry of Trinidad and Tobago, and to be so united across the board that even these powerful people who believe that they control the government, they control the PNM, they can tell Rowley what to do, they could check Rowley watch, that they have to put out an apology, and it was a heartfelt apology. I have never seen in my years Prestige Holdings or any major company or corporation put out such a heartfelt, desperate apology. Why? Because of the power of the people. And even though the newspapers that tried to pretend that nothing was going on, that tried to show that, hey, despite the uproar against KFC, against Alex Mute, who KFC has said, I have nothing to do with Prestige Holding and KFC, but irrelevant. He took it upon himself to be the spokesperson for them, to defend KFC, to attack Doubles, to attack the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Two of the newspapers tried to put articles to tell you, hey, people unfazed, including talk about price increase. And don't think it's price increase. KFC raised the price hundreds of times and never had an impact on their bottom line or the number of sales or the gross sales or the amount of people going in. People felt hurt and attacked and disrespected, and they made a decision to make the corporation feel it in their pocket, and change is coming. Don't stop there. That is an issue. But now we have other issues that you have now seen that the power of the people can work. Call member on the PNM, who are supporters of the KFC. Christian Mute is the head of the roadmap to recovery. But the only thing that recovering is his monopoly in different areas, pharmaceuticals and so on. His profit margin is the only thing that recovering. He is the head of the PNM roadmap to recovery, Mr. Christian Mute, Mr. Prestige Holding, Mr. KFC. Property tax is coming. The PNM and IMBOT are moving at pace to tax you on top of the pain that the policies have brought. The loss of jobs, the foreign exchange crisis, the situation where your money is not worth what it was in 2014, 2015. Rowley and IMBOT have put in Trinidad and Tobago in a precarious position. Inflation, food price inflation, no agricultural policy, inflation across the board. Property taxes come in. Unite and fight the PNM on property tax. Unite and fight the PNM to put back your fuel subsidy. Get ready to vote them out. Kamla Prasad Bisesa believes that the oil and gas belongs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Every child, every person with a birth paper or passport owns a little bit of the oil and gas. Rowley and Smallpin feel it's them own. That they have to negotiate, they have to meet with CEOs, they have to fly all over the country, they have to go all over the world, they have to meet with Delcy Rodriguez and PDVSA and Ascubal Chavez. They have decimated the energy sector because they think that it is their own. They are friendly with Shell and they are friendly with the upstreamers. They remove public servants out of the mix, all the intelligent ones. They make negotiations, and the only people who suffer is you. And when there's a shortfall, and NGC make a loss, and there's lower tax collection and revenue in the energy sector, and no gas, they come and they tax you. They say local government reform, all of this, but they come in to tax you. So stand. KFC, that one element. But don't downplay it. It's powerful. Now fight for your fuel subsidy. Fight for what's yours. Many of you cannot drive. You have to choose where you want to go when you want to use your car. Kamla Prasad Bisesa says the fuel subsidy is yours. Fisherman, Kamla says regular gas for you. These things are things to fight for. Kamla says back pay 14%. Respect labor. I hear a man trying to defend and say that's the all government could do. Rowley spent more money than Kamala per year. Rowley has spent over $500 billion in 8 years, over half a trillion dollars. But he's spending on what he wants. 800 recusals, rental of friend and family, and ministers' buildings, contracts to build roads and projects in Diego Martin. Go and check it, 185 million. And only 40 or 50 cars use that each day. It's the ghost road for Mosquito and Rat and Guti to run race and exercise. That's what they spend it on. Discretionary spending for the contracts, building going up. The hospital had no medicine. The hospital gone through rat in the hospital in Monto. But they build a beautiful administration building to administer the rat. That is what PNM is. So you have seen the power of the people. KFC has never been so empty in their life. They've never had such low sales. And you instilled fear into the management and the ownership of KFC. That forced them to apologize. That forced them to take action. But continue it. Continue it. And think about the mass media that continues to lie to you and upholds Rowley, an oppressive, tyrannical dictator, tells you falsehoods. Where the oil? Stuart Young saying they still don't know who are the oil, where the oil come from, what kind of oil. Bellingcat and now Guardian Media Limited know exactly where it came from. That it came from Venezuela. They know who had it, who paid for it, who is the company. Why Stuart Young and them pretending that they don't know? Is there some connection? Who made the link between Delcy Rodriguez, Astrobal Chavez, Maduro, Wilmer Ruperti, PDVSA, and these miscreants? Who allowed these vessels to slowly go through our waters, to put our islands at risk? Who allowed that? How come the Coast Guard wasn't there? Where the radar? Where the air guard? How come the Coast Guard have no diesel? How these vessels move so slow and could be leaking oil from Venezuela straight into Tobago? Did you see that Tobago, they tried to say they clean up? Tobago is still in a mess. The oil has also sunk down. We don't even know the damage under the water because after time it sinks downwards when it turns into globules and sinks and kills the coral and the food for the fish and so on. All on the beaches, still oil all over a month after an oil spill. People power. So KFC feeling the pinch and to fight KFC. KFC is like a cult in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. Nowhere else in the world KFC does make that kind of money. That Independence Square branch is the #1 branch in the world for many years, year after year. But the people said enough. Do not disrespect us. Do not disrespect who we are. We have the purchasing power and we could show you well done to the people. But show him but now. Show him but you don't want property tax. Show Rowley you want back your fuel subsidy. Show Rowley you're fed up of the crime and he has no policies. You're fed up of Hines. Unite. That's the power. You have the power to make leaders do the right thing, to apologize, to lead with humility, and to impact your lives in a positive way so that you could go about your business, seeing about your family safely, earning a living. That's the power of the people. Well done, citizens. Well done. Mute, get next watch for Rowley now.